Phylum Mollusca are also protostomes. During embryonic development, first opening becomes the mouth, second opening becomes the anus. Bilateral symmetry. The defining characteristics of mollusks is that they have a mantle which can or cannot produce the shell. These are really interesting. We call these chitons, and they have a outer external type with 8 plates, and then the foot is on the underside. Some other examples we actually have as well: tusk shells. But the three main groups, we'll talk about gastropoda or gastropods, so like your garden snail, typical, your queen conch. So the organism is inside the shell. Remember, the mantle produces the shell. And of course, we have different types of gastropods. So here we see olives, queen conch. Here's some vase, some whelks, some Scotch bonnet, some nereids as well. All these were gastropods, some volutes, some moonshells. So gastropods which produce the shell, single shell. Now we also have another group of mollusks called bivalves. Bivalves, these organisms, these mollusks produces two shells. So for example, clams, um, oysters. Here we see, this is a giant clam. I took this photo in the Red Sea during a scuba dive. Mussels that we see here as well in Tennessee, two shells. Notice the gills and the mantle, which produces the shell. More mussels. Remember, the state of Alabama has the most species in mussels. Of course, we have different types of shells, corals, scallops. And then the last type of mollusk, or your cephalopods, so your squids and your octopus, they do not have a shell, but they do have the mantle. All right, so cephalopod, octopus. And then we may talk about this group as well. This group, this is a really cool organism, Nautilus. All right, we do have shells like these as well. Nautilus has these siphuncle, which are chambers within the shell, and then it pushes out a jet propulsion of water to move.